On this week's show, the Force Awakens Power Disc and Force Awakens playset trailer breakdown. All this more in episode 113 of the Inside Infinity podcast. Do you like Disney as much as we like Disney? Of course you do, or you wouldn't be listening to a Disney Infinity podcast. Well, if you want to learn more about all things Disney outside of Infinity, you should check out the Media Meltdown podcast, The Mousecast, a bi-weekly podcast covering all things Disney, Disney news, rumors, theme parks, movies, all things Disney. Head on over to Media Meltdown podcast, check out The Mousecast. Hello everyone, welcome to Inside Infinity, episode number 113, recorded, what's the date today? November 25th, 2015. I should know this, it's the day before the U.S. Thanksgiving. Happy early Thanksgiving to everyone, and happy late Thanksgiving to you, Lloyd, since you've already celebrated the Canadian Thanksgiving.
I'm still digesting from my Canadian Thanksgiving dinner. I ate so much, man. It was great. So good.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's what we have to look forward to, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
It's a glimpse into the future. Well, welcome everyone. I'm Will Kelly, like I said. Joining me once again this evening is, first up, we have Lem Philia. Lem, how you doing, buddy?
Just ducky, thank you very much.
Dude, I dig it. You know, for folks that joined us for the pre-show, you're kind of, you know, chill. You had a busy, rough day today, and I like how you turn it on for the fans, man. It's good to. I think it was that rock music we were jamming out to beforehand.
Was definitely. Anytime I hear Halo, I don't care what kind. It could be like Halo lullaby music, and I'm all over that, man.
I'm gonna go back and dub Disney Infinity theme song when you said Halo, and I don't know how I'm gonna squeeze all that into the word Halo, but I'm gonna do it.
You know, whenever I hear Disney Infinity theme song, let's do it like robot voice too. That would be great.
Oh, that's awesome. That voice you hear is none other than Lloyd Hannison. Lloyd, how are you doing tonight?
You know, I'm doing good. I don't get the day off tomorrow and Friday, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to go to work and then come home and shop online for all the great Black Friday sales, because we get them up here in Canada too, even though our Thanksgiving is a month ago. I don't know why, but we do. So I'm going to order a bunch of really fun stuff. It's going to be great.
Nice. Anything you care to share as far as things to order?
I've already ordered some really terrible tablets for my kids. $80, really, really not good quality tablets, but something that they can watch YouTube on, which is really all we want. But I'm looking for games, man. There's a whole bunch of sales, like places that have titles that are not even a year old that are going for 10 and 15 bucks. So I'm going to be stocking up a whole bunch of games that I've meant to pick up or been waiting for sales, and add them to the pile of games that I'll probably never get a chance to play, but at least they'll be there.
Hey, that's okay. As an enthusiast, collecting games is almost just as important as playing them. So I think we're all kind of in that boat.
Yeah, I don't know anything about collecting games at all.
Awesome. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you have Black Friday. You can give us Boxing Day now, because I super want Boxing Day. I'm always jealous.
Boxing Day is really, really fun. Hopefully you guys get it someday soon. We'll send some Boxing Day in boxes down to you, and you can unwrap them and then enjoy Boxing Day down there in the States as well.
I'm sure we might eventually. You know, it's consumerism at its finest. Well, let's go ahead and get things started. But before we do, I want to welcome everyone who's joining us live on this new day and time, Wednesday. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. People are giving us Thanksgiving, so I'd like to. Aunt Christy, welcome. Justin, how you doing, buddy? Cindy, Infinifan, good seeing you again. Latin Soul, what up, Steve? Cubele and Taylor Lynn. It's kind of cool. We do morning live streams of Disney Infinity gameplay, and it's awesome when we see people that were joining us early in the morning. It's like that full circle thing, and it's super, super cool.
That's where I met Cubele, was on a morning stream. I didn't know they were. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, it's super awesome. And so we love it when people can join us live. We understand that it's not possible all the time. So we do thank you for however you're watching us, whether you're subscribing on iTunes, YouTube, Twitch, all the fun places you can find us. We really appreciate it if you're watching live or after the fact. So, yeah, with that, actually, it's a good segue into an announcement that we have. So, first up, a relatively minor announcement. We've listened to some feedback from our listeners and our viewers, and people seem to kind of like the Wednesday shows, guys. And not only that, I'm digging the Wednesday shows because it seems like when we did Mondays, all the news happened the day after. And now it seems like they're either happening the day of or the day before. So it's like cutting edge presentation now.
Perfect. Yeah, like it's great for the people that want to come watch live. That's awesome. It also works so much better for both Will and my schedules and everybody else that seems to be able to be a guest host and come on. So I think Wednesday's the winner, at least for the next little while, the foreseeable future.
Definitely, and we do want people to know that it's a big picture thing we're working on. It's not, it's not just because Wednesday is a good day, because we do know, I want to say, give shout out to Mighty Jida. She streams on Wednesdays as well, generally before the show. So we're trying to stay away from her time slot, but definitely, we're excited. We have some things we're working towards. So with that, it's actually a good opportunity to bring that up, and I'm going to pass it to you here in a moment, Lloyd. But I just wanted to say before I do. It's something that we've been working on as a group for a very long time, and I got to give mad props and a shout out to you, Lloyd, because this is something you've been doing for much longer than I have. You've been podcasting about video games for 11, 12 years now. I know it was recently 10 years, but I think we
almost 11 maybe. Yeah. It was 10 in April, so it's been a long time. Before podcasting was in iTunes, I was podcasting, so that's kind of crazy.
That's super awesome. So you're an expert, and we kind of joined forces a long time ago, and that's how your inclusion of the show kind of started. And I think we're now at a step, thanks with the help of the whole team, including Lem. We're in a new place. So why don't you go ahead and let people know a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, no, I've been, as Will said, we've been podcasting for a while over at vgpodcast.com, doing a lot of video game related shows. Love Disney Infinity as well. Talked to Will at I think it was episode 6 or something. I was like, hey, good show. I love it. I'd love to help out. And that was right around the time when Jason and everybody was coming in. There was some changing in the show. So I kind of helped from the sidelines, offering hosting and some other stuff for some of the files. But we always had this kind of idea in the back of our heads. Both Will and I have been talking for quite some time about it. We started up a podcast called Derezzed, which was kind of hey, this name rocks, let's kind of take it and go somewhere with it. And we started just a general interest gaming news show. Just like Disney Infinity, we keep it clean. We try to make it something that kids can listen to as well as adults. And because of scheduling and other things, that's kind of fallen a little bit by the wayside. But we're working on bringing that back up within the next month or so. We want to get back on the ball with that. But basically what Will and I decided to do is start a site that wasn't vgpodcast.com. We started up res.tv as kind of a place that Will, myself, Lem, some other people, Jason, some others could put videos that aren't gaming related. We might want to do a video about comics or something else. So that's kind of where Res TV kind of came from. And we've been working on that together for quite some time, which is really great. But we're taking the next step with that. The first big step was bringing over the Media Meltdown podcast network as kind of the video home for their videos. So their videos are over on the Res TV YouTube channel, and they're also at res.tv as well. So if you want to see whatever the latest Mousecast is, you can head on over to res.tv, head on over to YouTube. It was just kind of a way to get a lot more content and a lot more people together so we can work on some more interesting things. Well, we're taking the next big step there, where we've actually integrated a Disney Infinity into the Res network as well. So today, if you go to ditv.co or if you go to disneyinfinity.tv, you're actually being bounced over to res.tv/Disney Infinity. So that's going to be the home for the podcast files, like the audio stuff. That's where the audio feed for iTunes and other podcatchers is going to live. It's going to be from there. And this is going to be kind of the springboard for any other Disney Infinity related shows or whatever, where they're going to kind of just find their way there and then make their way to other places. So YouTube isn't going away. All the other stuff that we do on this Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Disney Infinity TV, isn't going anywhere. But if you're looking for the Disney Infinity blog, it's now in its new home as as part of the Res network. So super happy that we were able to get this working. Both Will and I worked pretty hard to get stuff relatively quickly because of some technical issues that were happening on the old hosts. But yeah, we got it over here, which is great. So I don't know. I'm really happy about this. I think it looks pretty damn good. And I'd love to hear from everybody that's watching and listening to this. What do you think? If you hit up ditv.co right now, what do you think of the look and kind of the functionality that that the site now lives in on Res TV?
Yeah, it's thanks, Lloyd. It's super awesome, and I gotta thank you for putting in all the heavy lifting as far as the technical stuff goes. You really knocked it out of the park. I do want to let people know is that DITV is not changing as far as what we deliver. DITV is still kind of its own thing, just a little bit more under and recognizable under the umbrella of Res TV. You've been seeing it in the pre and post show bumper. It's down below us, below our URL there. So it's a place that really we can call home. Our old site was never quite home. It was great, but I don't know. We're super excited about this, and it definitely feeds into our other kind of big picture goal. We're going to be streaming this show every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 Central, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Probably should have started at Pacific. But then after that, not tonight, but we're hoping to do other Res Network TV or Res Network shows after this. So Wednesdays you're going to have my Gitis, and you're going to have us, and then you're going to have some more of us doing some other more universal content. So we just want you to know that the DI content we bring you, it's not changing. This show is going to be focused at that. Twitter and YouTube is still going to be its or Twitch and YouTube are still going to be its own DITV thing, but we're a little bit more a part of Res now, and so it's super awesome.
Exactly. It more than anything, it was a way to cut down the number of sites that were being run and just focusing all the effort into the big one, so that if we get people there to watch a DI video, maybe they'll see something else that geeks them out a little bit. Maybe they like comics, or maybe they want to see something about Fallout, or whatever happens to be the content you'll see in the sidebar. And then you can check it out while you're there. So super happy that it worked out. It's looking pretty good. Getting some feedback in the chat room, which is awesome. So thanks to everybody for that feedback. It's really appreciated.
And I also want to mention that that people kind of outside of this are mentioning Jason and how they miss Jason. I talk to Jason on the regular. He's still very much a part of the team and the group, and he is behind this. He's just, again, unfortunately busy with adulting, but he did want me to send his thanks and appreciation, love to everyone out there. And he's going to be back. We're just trying to figure out how we're gonna get him back, but these decisions were with him in mind as well. So yeah, thanks for all the love. I make sure to tell him each time I talk to him, like, dude, people are missing you and asking where you're at. So
real life is hard sometimes. Gets in the way of all the fun.
Yep, definitely. I have no idea what you just said because some random music started playing.
Really? I said real life is hard sometimes. Yes. It gets in the way of all the fun.
Yep. People are saying that Jason's playing Battlefront. That's what he's doing.
No, that's
still Disney.
Right. That's probably right.
Yeah. Huh. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be the kind of the announcements. Let us know what you think. You can tweet to us at Disney Infinity TV. Our Twitter hasn't changed. You can also tweet to each one of us individually. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the show, on our show, on Res.tv, and any of the other shows you might come across over there, and any ideas you have for improving it. So,
and you can
with that, guys, let's go ahead and get what's that? And Instagram. I'm sorry,
you can also comment on Instagram.
Yes, because
Infinifan80. I'm looking at you.
Yes. We have, in fact, I gotta be honest, Instagram, because Lem stays so on top of it, might be our most interactive social media presence, because Lem is crazy. He's posting something constantly, and so is the Instagram team. Sweet, guys. Let's go ahead and get things started. The first item isn't really news, but it's super cool. And, you know, it's once again Disney taking a page out of our book. No, not really, but it's still awesome. And it is what, 2 days ago, I think, to get everyone in the holiday spirit with the U.S. Thanksgiving coming up. They posted a new video, 30-second video. I'm just going to go ahead and bring it up on screen now, and we can watch it together.
Oh, on the 12th day of winter, my true friend gave to me 12 creatures stirring, 11 notes a ringing, 10 builders building, 9 heroes leaping, 8 pirates sailing, 7 skies a changing, 6 races racing, 5 emotions, 4 flying rugs, 3 taking Rexes, 2 heavy hitters, and a cupcake in a tree. Happy holidays!
Characters, content, game, and console sold separately. Anakin and Ahsoka are included in the starter pack. Rated everyone 10 and up.
Oh, I love that. That was awesome. Oh, yeah, that was super cool. It had some fit and finish that maybe ours didn't. But you know what? That's okay.
I offered to hand animate and 3D sculpt all of ourselves in this, but you said no, so we went with video, and it turned out.
I don't remember anybody. I didn't see that video before. Was anybody drinking coffee by a fire? I mean, hot chocolate by a fire, wearing a what's
Prep
the hat?
hat?
Yeah, prep and landing hat. I don't remember that. And without that, it's not a Disney Infinity holiday video.
You know, and people weren't they weren't on the spot seeing the future and foretelling future versions of the game either.
Exactly.
Yep.
No horse sounds.
Exactly. No horse sounds. No saying I would really want Marvel Infinity sometime, please.
Right.
That type of stuff. Yeah. We did it first. We did it better, I think. But I'll give them their props where it's due. Mike Wazowski is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was a pretty compelling Mike Wazowski's voice. It kind of sounded like Billy Crystal, although I can't imagine that they got him to sing a 12 Days of Christmas for Infinity.
No, it's the Pretenda. Pretenda Mike.
Well, that's cool. It's cool seeing the group Disney Interactive getting into the Christmas spirit and getting everyone excited about the game. That was a fun video. For anyone who's confused about what we're referring to as far as our 12 Days of Christmas, you can find it in the archives of YouTube. Just you can look for it there and let us know what you think. I'm sure we'll be posting that pretty soon as a throwback. And there's even been rumors of I don't know, Bad Gamer coming up with a Christmas album with the group. So we'll see about that.
Well, before we move on, I have one other announcement that I totally forgot, and I just saw it sitting here. I was playing with my announcement without realizing that the reason why it's here is because I wanted to announce it. I have now officially completed my Disney Infinity set. I have everything for Disney Infinity that's released. Thanks to my man Lem over there, who hooked me up big time. I now have the black suit Spider-Man. It was funny. I was traveling for work last week, and I went to New Orleans, and he picked up one of these Vita starter packs for me when they were on $25 or whatever at EB Games, and he actually shipped it to my hotel. So it was there waiting for me when I checked in. It was the coolest thing ever. Lem, you rock. But now I've officially completed my Disney Infinity collection, and it's pretty awesome. So Black Suit Spider-Man, I love it.
That's so cool.
Do you know what the best part of this is? When you put the Black Suit Spider-Man costume change disc underneath him, it turns into regular Spider-Man. So it's like it's like
No, it
negative
does not.
Spider-Man. It does. It's the funniest thing. So yeah, Black Suit Spider-Man, pretty awesome.
That's cool. I just love how you got it. That was so cool because I remember seeing you guys talking about it in our team chat there for a little bit, but I didn't quite get it. And then when you said you showed up and that package was there, I'm like, oh man, Lem is the man. That was cool.
It's total. And I know it's coming out as a single figure in a few months. Whatever. I got it the cool way. Plus, I get to play the Vita version and get another platinum for my platinum collection on the PSN. So super happy.
All about the platinum, baby.
It totally is all about the trophies. I'm a bit of a trophy fiend.
Kingdom Keeper Parker's asking, aren't we getting a single figure release of Black Suit Spider-Man? And yes, we absolutely are, but it's not out yet, and so Lloyd got it the only way possible now.
Definitely.
So, cool. Well, I'm glad you brought that up. All right, guys. Next up is just a quick note from one of our viewers and listeners. Longtime viewer, John, of the show. He's always reaching out to us. He just had a cool kind of question, and he sent it to us today, actually, so it was perfect timing for the podcast. So I'm just going to bring it up for discussion with you guys. In light of 4-player co-op in Marvel Battlegrounds, do you guys have suggestions for any other good 4-player games on the PS4? So,
Yes.
I'm reading this a little bit differently now.
Okay.
Do you guys think that he is referring to, because he sent it to our Twitch account, do you think he's referring to, our Twitter account, do you think he's referring to Disney Infinity 4-player game types, or just other 4-player?
Probably just
Any other, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly.
Well,
I play a lot of 4-player games on my PlayStation, so I can give you a couple off the top of my head. Minecraft is amazing, 4-player. Terraria is really great 4-player if you like those kind of building games. And if you're into something that's a little bit more, stabby shooty, Diablo 3, play that. You can play 4-player on online, and you can get 4 people together in a group and go traipsing through all of the dungeons in Diablo, which is a really amazing game on the PS4. That's probably one of the games that I play the most. Both my wife and I have multiple level, maxed out level characters on that, and we just pick it up and play for a few hours and then come back to it in a week or two. Really, really great game if you're looking for some nice co-op.
Awesome. Lim, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I don't have a PS4, but I know this game is on the PS4. Just Dance 2015.
Oh yeah, Rock Band.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, baby, it is. Yeah, I am all over the Just Dance.
Lim, I can't run a show when my dog's tweeting at me.
Nice.
Well, awesome, John. There's lots of 4-player games out there, Lloyd. The great part about your answers, there's a lot of games in there that are similar to Disney Infinity. And let's be honest, even Diablo, even though it's maybe not quite as family friendly because it's a little more violent and the theme is a little bit more adult, it's without a doubt the inspiration behind the Toy Box Takeover game type and the Escape from the Kiln and the Brave one from Disney Infinity 2. So similar. Mechanics are definitely much more involved, but if you like those game types and you're looking for a little bit more of a mature type game, that would also fit the need. So
Definitely.
Sweet. All right. Well, thanks for that, John. Again, reach out to us at any of our social networks if you want to ask us some questions about Disney Infinity or otherwise. So, all right, guys, let's keep going with the news. We're finally going to actually get to some news items here. First news item is coming at us from Infinity Inquirer. This show is going to be all about The Force Awakens. Lem's little gamer is joining us. And so this first news item, Infinity Inquirer, came out actually the day after we recorded last week. Right? Disney Infinity showed off the 4 Star Wars Force Awakens Power Disc. So here's a couple shots of them. I'll run down the list. So there is Finn in a Stormtrooper outfit. Here is the packaging. And here is, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know what these are, turn off for the next couple minutes. The Power Disc are Poe's Resistance Jacket. Gear up Poe in his sturdy flight jacket and tackle any Resistance mission. Resistance Tactical Strike. Call upon the heroes of the Resistance and unleash a tactical strike. Quad Jumper. Race across any planet with this versatile vehicle. Then Finn Stormtrooper costume. March Finn into battle in his First Order Stormtrooper costume. So there's the Power Disc for Stormtrooper costume. There's Poe's flight jacket. I've got to admit, guys, I'm super stoked about that one. Resistance Tactical Strike. And then the Quad Jumper. We've seen a little bit of that in trailers thus far. So it's perfect timing with the trailer dropping today. Guys, what do you think of the Power Disc that they announced for The Force Awakens?
I think that we're going to see some interesting toy boxes using those. You know,
Are you
I
scheming?
could go. Here's the thing. Personally, I could go without them and just be ecstatic about what's coming. You know, once I saw Rey's attack. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay.
But yes,
You're excited about the Power Disc. You'll talk more about in a few moments.
yes.
For one, I love Finn's Stormtrooper costume because I can finally run around as a Stormtrooper, which is what I've wanted to do since Star Wars was announced. So I'm really happy about that. But yeah, they look really good. Costume changes, I'm not the hugest fan of costume changes. To have two of them in a package is, to me, I wish maybe there was another, like, I don't know, a special attack or a special weapon that you saw in the movie. But I think by doing that, maybe they would have given away too much of what would be in the movie, potentially, by having some other object. We've already seen publicity stills of Finn as a Stormtrooper and Finn as just regular Finn. And Poe, we've seen multiple shots as well. So I think that was just kind of the safe way. But I really love them. I can't wait to see this movie. After seeing the trailer that we're going to be talking about, man, does it look really good. I'm super, super stoked.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, I mean, this of all things Disney property, as far as Disney Infinity is concerned, I think they've probably been the most protective of.
Totally.
So, well, Marvel, they've been protective in other ways, but as far as spoilers go, and so I don't think anything in the trailer that we're about to show or these Power Discs is really that much of a spoiler. So,
I think
which is
J.J.
good. I don't
Abrams
want to be spoiled,
directed
but
the trailer.
What's that?
I think J.J. Abrams directed the Disney Infinity trailer too.
I don't know. I didn't see enough lens flare for that to be true.
Totally.
I love J.J. Abrams and I love his lens flares, so I can say that. So that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot to say about that. I mean, it's new Power Disc, 2 costume change disc, a vehicle disc, and then a power up. I forget what they're officially called, but you know, I'm assuming that's what it is, at least when it charges up and you call down the rain, literally in this one. So cool, guys. All right, well then let's get to the highlight of the show. No, this is not the Civil War trailer. I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit in the post show. This is the Star Wars Force Awakens playset trailer, officially posted by Disney. It was first shown in the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special, which I got to be honest, I think I'm more upset that I missed that versus the trailer, because I love that each year and I didn't know it was on. But they also show it again in Dancing with the Stars. And then they officially posted it today, Wednesday, November 25th. So we are doing what we always do. We love hearing people request these things. The trailer breakdowns are a blast, even now when the game's already out. So super excited about that. Let's just go ahead and play the trailer first. So we're going to play it once through so we can all watch it together. And then we're going to break it down frame by frame. It's only a minute, so it shouldn't take that long. So here we go. And you guys feel free to Mystery Science Theater if you need to talk over it.
Well, I'm waiting for it to show up on my phone, so.
We need help and hope. Now more than ever.
This holiday, you can be the first to play the next chapter of the Star Wars saga. Prepare for a gaming experience like no other. Star Wars The Force Awakens on Disney Infinity 3.0. The complete Star Wars experience is only in Disney Infinity 3.0. Other content and characters sold separately. Rated every...
Oh, all right, guys. That was awesome.
So good.
So good. Comment of the day goes to InfinFan 80. I saw this during Dancing with the Stars. Finally, something good came out of me watching the show.
Nice.
Arlene is saying, I wonder who the enemy was. All right, so let's just go ahead and start breaking it down frame by frame. But first off, you guys like the trailer? Are you super stoked and excited about it? This is our first like big like glimpse of the playset.
Totally. I fully expected the same voiceover from the trailer. It's like, who are you? No one. Like it totally started just like the original trailer.
Yeah.
So I was kind of bummed that that wasn't in there. But man, this looks really close to the trailers that we've seen for the movie. They've done a really good version of Jakku, or whatever the name of the desert planet is, with the crashed like battle cruisers and all the other stuff, and then basically going into kind of like the ruins and checking that stuff out. Looks really, really good.
I think that, and I'm gonna catch some flack for this, but I think I'm more excited for this trailer than the original trailer.
The original, like the real Force Awakens
the
trailer?
real Force Awakens trailer.
Really? Okay.
That's just crazy speak.
I know. Like I said, I'm going to catch some flack. But as you guys know, I like to play around with the cameras and the different angles and stuff in Infinity. And what they did there was just amazing. I mean, it was even more so than what they've done in the past with some of the other camera angles and such in trailers.
Sure.
Yeah. What? Just
Super
cinematically is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm excited for you to kind of point that out as we get things going. So I think, Lloyd, you mentioned the opening scene here is Jakku, and Rey is, I don't know, is that the quad jumper? Is that what that thing is? Or do we even know what that is?
It's her vehicle, whatever they end up calling it.
It looks, the flash drive jumper.
does look like that. So yeah, on the dunes of Jakku with a crash landed Star Destroyer in the background, like you said, Lloyd. That's exactly how it looks in the original trailer. Next scene, it looks like, I don't know, it almost looks like a ruin of some sort. This is reminiscent of Tomb Raider, although I know it's not. We have
that's what it
there.
is. Oh,
she's
you
kind
know,
of
familiar.
She's kind of a junker, right? Like she's going through stuff, scavenging and stuff like that. So this looks like maybe part of the level you're going to have to find some object that she needs to build her staff or whatever. Again, looks a lot like the movie, just a little bit pulled further back than the trailer for the movie.
Definitely, and it's cool. It looks like it's going to be an interesting environment to kind of play around in. Then we get a close-up of her with some junk in the background. Looks like a junked TIE fighter.
Yep.
Cindy is saying it looks like Indiana Jones too. It totally does. Yeah. That's probably more appropriate. So the next scene we have is super sweet. It's a crash-landed TIE fighter. It's one of the... I don't know anything about the movie other than the trailer, so I don't know the deal with these kind of red... racing striped TIE fighters, but we have seen people fly them.
The Order
the
paint
NASCAR
jumper
fighter.
Yeah, makes sense.
But look, come on, Stormtrooper, man, he's a Stormtrooper. I want to play as a Stormtrooper in this game. This will be good enough, I guess, for me. Even though he'll probably have like a blaster and maybe a lightsaber, but at least I'll be a Stormtrooper, which is what I wanted to play as in this game because they're horrible and hilarious, and that's the character that I want to play as.
You know what? Not only that, Lem has telepathically told me that that's the thing he's most excited about is wanting to play as a Stormtrooper because they can't shoot anything, so it plays perfectly with his bad gamer persona.
Exactly.
They bang their heads on things, so just like you, Lem, trying to platform and you hit the top and you fall down. It's like perfect for you, Lem.
Yeah,
I'm buying two.
So in this shot we have Finn. We have that Star Destroyer in the background. Guys, what is that thing on the left? Is that... Oh, that is the crash-landed TIE fighter, isn't it? It just...
Yeah.
Close-up.
Perspective was kind of interesting. But it's cool seeing a close-up shot of Finn in the game. That's really... I mean, I guess we've seen some stills, but
but it totally looks like John Boyega. Like totally, they got like the looks on his face from the trailer. Guys, Disney, you rock. You are so good at what you do, and this just shows it off so well.
Yeah. This next scene is pretty sweet. I don't know. It looks like the bridge of a Star Destroyer or something. We have an Imperial officer there. What do you guys think? Is that Kylo Ren?
Yeah. It's got to be with his
I would say
cloaks, so. His 18 coats on his cloaks. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah. So it definitely looks like him.
Yeah, it looks like maybe the contrast or brightness is just a little off. I don't know what I said. Star Destroyer. I'm being corrected in the chat. Infinite Fan 80 saying Star Destroyer. One thing I think is super sweet about this, and I don't know if these are post-processing effects, or excuse me, post-production effects, but the current Star Wars playsets don't really look like this, but these are those practical effects that Star Wars are known for as far as the sparks and explosions go, and that's sweet. I really hope that's the way it looks in the game.
Yeah, I never noticed that. That would be really cool if that was in fact how it was.
Well, one of the big reasons, kind of off the topic, but it's very prevalent in the new Star Wars Battlefront game, and that is one thing I absolutely love because it's just an awesome way of bringing the movies into your living room in an interactive way, making it. All right, so here's Kylo Ren, the menacing fists as he watches over the battle. There's some sweet holiday text, and this is a cool this is a cool shot here. We have Poe running to X-Wings, who also have the new
just look at the lighting. Like it's all light blooming. Like this looks more cinematic than anything Disney Infinity before. I hope the game actually has this look, but as you said, Will, they've in past trailers they've shown off stuff that you can't do in the game, just to give it more of a, so it doesn't look so disjointed or whatever. But I hope that this is really kind of a light kind of haze over the shot. It looks really, really good.
That camera angle you can do though. That's what.
Is this one of the ones you're referring to? Is this follow cam?
Oh my gosh, I love that camera.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Oh, just beautiful.
So one thing is kind of cool. Some details. I agree with you, Lloyd. The effects is cool. Lem, the camera work is really cool. These characters in the lower right hand corner, in between the X-Wings, we also see a blue droid unit there. I assume these are just maybe townspeople, but it's some new characters that we don't have in the toy box now that I assume we will be getting. Also, I'm just very curious what this environment is. It's cool. This is really interesting. So we have something also very reminiscent of the live action trailer. We have X-Wings that are flying low and fast over the water towards the camera. That's all fine and dandy, and that's probably what your eyes are going. Yep, rooster tails. Yep, with the water. But guys, what's
with those little ramp things, Will?
Yeah.
What are those? Are we gonna have boats or something?
Ooh.
I don't know.
That's cool.
I probably not.
We have to, right?
But maybe you can.
That might be on land.
Yeah. It's hard to tell. Could be on the beach, but it looks like it is kind of in the water. So maybe you can fly your ships really close to the ground and do tricks off them or something. That'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, it would be. But I'm kind of, so if we progress a little bit further, it's covered up by my scroll, but it does look like it's in the water to me, and my money's for some sort of boat.
That would be so amazing.
Because think about, wouldn't it be a similar mechanic, physics-wise, to the Marvel playset with the snowmobiles?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, we can make our own Hydro Thunder.
I love Lem shoehorning Disney Infinity into all of these other awesome games we've all played.
Like it could just be details, like maybe this is part of the movie, we haven't seen the movie yet, so maybe this is something that is prevalent there. But yeah, this makes me really excited for maybe some other gameplay features that we've never seen before.
Mm-hmm. Cindy is asking if those are tanks. I see some buildings there. I see a radar dish. I'm not seeing anything that looks like a tank, but
yeah, it's hard to tell. The details are pretty low.
Yeah.
I just love the booster tail though. That's a really good effect.
That is a cool effect, and I'm that to me it looks like in-game engine too. It doesn't to me look like it was added in post, so that's super cool.
Yep.
All right, this is a really cool shot. We get to see Finn in his Stormtrooper outfit actually in action. I don't know where he's at. It looks like, it's very reminiscent of the Death Star interiors.
Yep. He's also shooting like a Stormtrooper, so he's missing every single person as he runs towards him, which is funny.
That was my favorite part of this scene. It's like, come on, dude, you're the hero. Lower your aim a little bit.
Give me the controller. Would be me.
So when I first saw this, I was curious whether or not this was like maybe the toy box, and that it was actually Death Star interior. But these are very obvious to be the new TIE fighters. So they are the black.
And we know there's another Death Star-like thing in the movie. It's on the poster. There's this big floating space station that looks like it's round. So maybe that's where you start the game off of when you decide to not be a bad guy anymore. Maybe that's the start of the game or whatever. It's I can't wait.
If Finn had longer hair, and Finnafan80 is saying, "Oh my God, Finn is Lem."
Yeah.
Disney Gamer did make a figure.
Yep, sure did. He made an awesome Finn. So here's I don't know. This is just a cool shot. Plus, it's cool seeing the new Stormtroopers, assuming that's what they're going to be called. And we also see one Stormtrooper kind of rearing back there on the right, and looks like he's throwing something, maybe? Oh, no, you know what? Maybe he's just dodging it. Oh, no, because he pulls out a grenade. So that's kind of cool. Got some more sweet text the next chapter. And then this shot. This is pretty epic. This is a hero shot I've ever seen one. So we have Kylo Ren. We have a gaggle of stormtroopers behind them. Not only that, we see one kind of special stormtrooper which has a rocket.
Yeah,
yeah, which is pretty cool.
Wonder if we're going to get the flame troopers in there as well.
Yes.
These new guys with the big flamethrower. Oh, can people see my camera? I can't tell.
They can.
Yeah. So yeah, the big flamethrower guys, which look really, really, really killer. I hope they're in the game as well.
So this is a cool shot of Kylo Ren's lightsaber in action. I'm not sure if we've actually seen it yet. We've seen stills. What do you think, Lem, of Kylo Ren's lightsaber? Do you think... because it's very different than any of the lightsabers in the game.
Right. And I'm curious about how that actually works, because I've heard discussions, well, it's just letting off exhaust or something like that. Because the hilts, isn't that supposed to... like just keep it so your hand doesn't slide up onto your sword.
Yep.
So realistically, if his hand slides off, he's gonna cut off fingers.
Well, there's a bit of a guard, but where the exhaust jets are coming out, so he would hit that first. But yeah.
Okay, good. But I think it looks like freaking awesome. But just practically, how does that work?
Yeah. I love how the lightsaber is more primal, more unstable, and this is basically everybody coming back from a time after the Jedi to kind of reclaim some of the past traditions. So I guess when he fashioned his lightsaber, it's just this behemoth of power and plasma that he's using as his weapon, which is pretty darn cool.
Super cool. Yeah, and in FinFan, that's that big thing that's the rocket launcher we're referring to. And then we get a close-up of Kylo Ren. So this is interesting. We have seen close-ups of 3 characters now. We've seen Finn, Rey, and Kylo Ren. And then we've seen Poe running. It's cool seeing these characters in game with such a tight shot. It's just really cool to see their in-game personas in detail.
And those are also the only 4 characters that have been announced for this playset. So I wonder, Are there other characters? Probably not, but I've watched this trailer a dozen times to see if there's any sort of little detail hiding in the background, and something. But again, we haven't seen the movie, so who knows? If it's in there. But there's no Phasma or any other like crazy. I would love one of these as a Disney Infinity character, but not yet. Maybe later, maybe not.
Yep. Cindy is saying that she's already decided Kylo Ren's her favorite Star Wars character of all time. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's really good.
So this is a super cool shot. We get some stormtroopers running, and then we get someone.
It looks like that looks like the TIE fighter that crashed on the planet. So this is probably him making his big escape.
And the really cool part about this is that this is a player-driven event. So this next scene here, it appears as though you are the TIE fighter flying through this hangar and blowing up other TIE fighters.
Nice.
This will probably make so much more sense after we've seen the movie.
Yeah, right?
Doesn't matter.
Why is that one TIE fighter blowing up the
through
others?
Blowing other stuff up.
Yeah.
So cool.
It's a cool shot of the TIE fighter, too. It's I've never seen the back of that red striped livery TIE fighter.
And it's really interesting. Like, obviously, not seeing the movie, we don't know what the ties are. But it's pretty interesting that he's flying the TIE fighter that is all marked up, similar to what Sabine does in the Rebels cartoon, where her TIE fighter has orange on it, the one that she stole and then repainted and stuff like that. And all of her ships have splashes of color on it. Where you look at the other TIE fighters in the earlier shot, and now they're just black. So what does that mean? Again, we'll have to see the movie to figure out what that all means. But yeah, it makes me really excited, even more excited for the movie than I already am, which is kind of impossible because I'm almost vibrating. I'm so excited to see this movie.
Yeah, that's why Disney? Why'd you have to give it to us? Thank you for giving it to us, but the movie still is too far away.
I'll be playing this before I see the movie.
Well, are you? You're not worried?
Yeah.
Because it's funny watching the conversation on the internet of people strategizing how they're going to plan this playset out as far as playing it.
Yeah, I have.
I'm definitely playing it before.
Really? I have 7 p.m. tickets for the 17th showing. So the day before the official release, they're doing a special 7 p.m. Premiere of it. I'm going to that. So I'll be back home by 10 o'clock, and then I'll dig into the playset and maybe do some streaming or something. Because I don't touch it before I see the movie. I don't want to spoil I've been waiting so many years for this movie. I don't want to spoil any of it. But yeah, man, I can't wait. It's going to be so good.
Lem, you're not going to do that, huh? You're not going to see the movie on release?
Unless I get dragged out of the house by my bestie, which he has done before. He's like, come on, we're going to a movie. But come on! So, which is very, very plausible because his son, who's like my nephew, is a big Star Wars guy too. So
nice.
It's very possible that I will be seeing it before I get to play the playset.
You know, Lloyd and I just decided right now that we're not going to let you back on the show until you see the movie. So there's some more incentive. I think Justin in the chat has the best possible plan. He is going to a 2 a.m. movie, and then he's going to wait at his front door for the Amazon delivery of the playset.
with a note basically just pinned to his chest. Sleeping, leave box in hands, please. Yeah.
This is going to be worse than a sporting event. Heed the warning. Stay away from social media for like 3 weeks after the movie.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so here we have this next scene, which is more flying, which is cool because that was a really fun part of the previous games. And we have the Millennium Falcon here. It looks like we're still on Jakku, and we have some TIE fighters chasing them. One thing that was super we'll get to it in a bit, but another cool cinematic flying scene. It's nice to see the Millennium Falcon back. Here we have Rey spinning her bow, which is sweet.
Oh, so excited for that.
Yeah, you're excited about Rey?
Yeah, I actually have plans. I wasn't kidding. I'm buying 2 Finn and Rey sets.
So, oh, why is that? Are you gonna modify?
I'm gonna customize
Nice.
2 of them.
Nice.
So.
That's cool. I love the fact that she has a bow staff because I'm a huge fan of Morgan from The Walking Dead, and this just looks as much fun as watching him do it in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. And her moves look sweet. I mean, it's so cool because we've talked about this a lot, but we have lots of Star Wars characters here, but they all feel so different. And this very brief glimpse signifies that as well. She has a sweet like area of effect stomp or whatever, which sends them flying. Then we have the scene that I think most people were jumping up and cheering for. Well, at least the first of which. I don't know, guys. I'm going to throw it out. Would you want a BB-8 figure?
I'd want 12 BB-8 figures. I love BB-8s. Come on, BB-8's so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing.
Get the one that I can control with my phone just because I want it. It doesn't do anything, but I want it so I can make it go around and talk to me. I love BB-8.
BB-8 is great. He's cute. He's adorable. He makes a great iPhone toy or phone toy or whatever. But I don't see him as an actual playable figure. He's going to end up being a Cars.
I agree.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that doesn't mean I don't want one.
Right.
Well, he could be like R2. He could have arms that come out and do different things. So maybe you have you could punch with your arms as you're rolling around. That wouldn't work so well, but who knows, right? It will never happen. I don't think droids will ever be figures in this game. But man, I want it so bad. I want an R2 and I want a BB-8. And even if they're terrible, I just want to roll around as them. Yeah, that would be so much fun.
Yep, I agree with you guys. The responsible me says no BB-8 because all you can do is roll around. But the Disney geek in me is like, yes, give me a BB-8 Disney Infinity figure.
So I can roll around.
People in the chat, Kingdom Keeper Parker is agreeing with you, Lloyd, saying R2-D2 before BB-8, but want them both. And Tesla Blitz is saying racing BB-8 and Speedway.
Oh man,
That's
yes,
an awesome idea, Nick.
I want that now. Give it to me. Tesla Blitz, give it to me right now.
I want to see rockets sprout out from his sides.
That'd be great. That'd be so good.
and then J.J. Abrams is going to have to explain those physics.
Yeah, totally.
So this shot is super sweet, and it just goes to show the level of detail in the game. So the top part bounces around. On the half ball bounces on the small ball based on the terrain, and that's just, it's a small thing, but it's just a cool detail.
It's around a corner, it kind of spins because of like momentum's taking it. Yeah, totally. It looks so good. I love BB-8.
Yeah. Well, and one thing that's kind of cool here is that I don't know. I mean, everything in Infinity has the Infinity art style. This looks very similar to, the real life version, and that's kind of cool because it almost makes it look real.
Definitely.
Kingdom Keeper Parker is asking, anyone know what BB-8 actually does? Yeah, he does awesome.
Yeah,
just and in his presence alone.
He bleeps and bloops. That's what he does. Or she.
Yeah.
Or she.
Good point.
And Christy in the chat room says, why is BB-8 a he? And I'm sorry, I call all robots he. It's just easier. Just like when all unborn babies to me are he's, even though you don't know the sex, because it's better than saying it. Yeah, my bad.
Is Gladys an AI or is she a robot?
Well, if it has a girl's voice, then I would call it a she. But when it just bleeps and bloops, you have to make a decision one way or the other, I guess.
I subscribed to every song I could by the guy that did those songs.
That's awesome. Great song. Then we get the title screen for the Force Awakens playset, which is super cool because it has the new symbol there separating plate and set. Yeah, I don't know. This was a kind of, to me, it actually stood out more than I would have expected a title shot to do. And then we have Finn and Rey running from an orbital strike.
Yeah, you see the big target on the ground. That looks bad. Do not stand there, Lem. See, that means run away, Lem.
The big red circle. Don't stand in the middle of it.
Yep. Who is that green dude behind him? Is that? It almost looks like one of the not
Gamorrean
pigs.
guards. The pig face Gamorrean guards.
That's what it looks like to me.
Kind of, eh? It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Could be
So
maybe it's Baymax back there. Maybe Baymax got a paint job and he's back.
That's awesome. They just reskin the Baymax asset.
It's a really fat Jar Jar.
You shot him with the gun that makes you swell up. That would be. Oh, that sounds like fun. I could play that toy box over and over again.
So is this the first shot we're getting of Finn in his non-Stormtrooper outfit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That's pretty cool. And then we have another awesome shot at what we can assume is that planet where we saw the X-Wings. And is that the black X-Wing? It actually kind of has a similar livery to Finn's TIE Fighter. Is that... I don't know. I'm assuming that's posed, but regardless, it's super cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard to say.
The reason I got distracted, guys, because this is the first time I've noticed this. These TIE Fighters look like they have that red, and there's two of them here. It's really kind of faint, and it may not be. It just could be color bleed from the quality of the video. But maybe these are like a special detachment of TIE Fighters. So
yeah.
We have more of those. So this is a cool shot. So a few minutes ago we were in the Star Destroyer and we saw those practical effects. Now it looks like they are in game and engine because this looks like gameplay here.
It could be something similar to when you kill someone with the Tron characters. They de-res, so maybe they added a character specific death animation or explosion or whatever. That would be cool.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I just kind of want to mention this, guys. This planet, wherever we're at, it's pretty cool, and it's very different than any of the Star Wars environments we've gotten thus far. I mean, Jakku is a different area. It's not Tatooine, but it's still the desert, and so it's kind of nice to get some greenery in there outside of the Forest Moon of Endor. And different trees, different types of trees.
Yeah, this one's a more temperate zone planet.
Yes. All right, let's keep on going. And we also have different liveries on these other X-Wings. The blue on the wings. It's cool. All right. On Disney Infinity 3.0, we have some TIE Fighters coming at you. Oh, yep, and these I can't count, all 5 of these do have that red stripe on them. So interesting. So maybe these are like, you know how there's stormtroopers and then there's like shadow troopers and then desert troopers. I don't know all the different stormtroopers. And there's also like TIE interceptors and stuff. So maybe this is a special kind of detachment.
Could be. They could be the official guards for Kylo or something.
The desert troopers were combing the desert.
Ah.
Comb the desert.
Oh, and then we have a flyby here. This looks like a playset. Go ahead, Lloyd. Lloyd.
No, it's Spaceballs. That's all.
Oh. We have BB-8 hiding behind someone here.
Oh, who could it be?
Oh, look at that.
It's
look at that.
And Han Solo. Come on, that is so cool.
Chewie, we're home.
He still looks BB-8, but he looks a little bit old.
Yeah, so, all right, gotta ask. Justin made sure that we were going to talk about this tonight. Is this an unannounced costume change disc?
No.
It could be a couple different things. It could be just a character that only shows up in the playset. So this isn't a player character. This is just old Han that appears in the playset. It could be that if you place Han Solo in this game, you get an automatic transformation to old Han, which would be kind of neat. Or it could just be a cutscene, and this is the only time you'll see him look like that. So it could be,
that's a good point.
Could be non-player character. It could be if you put the new character on, it looks old because this movie, that's how he looks in the movie. Or it could just be nothing.
Yeah, that's a good. Those are great points, Lem. What do you think? You think we could be getting
my vote? My vote is definitely for either putting him down or he's a non-playable character, just like Old Ben and Obi-Wan.
Exactly.
All right. Well, it'll be interesting to see. It will be super interesting. You can see Finn in the background, and I don't know if that lends credence to them being non-playable characters or not. But yeah,
Keeper Parker in the chat room says, ask Disney on Twitter, and they answered back but avoided answering, which seems typical.
Yeah.
It's not out.
Why doesn't Chewie have any gray hair?
Because Wookiees live to be like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old, so they wouldn't age the same rate as humans.
Right, so they're, even though they kind of look like a dog, they're the exact opposite of dog years.
Yeah. One Wookiee year is 70 human years, apparently, by the look of old Han Solo in this movie.
Yeah, so Chewie is in his his young teen years, where he's just finding himself and starting trouble.
Yeah.
I'm sure he got him into this mess.
From the Wikipedia, tall, strong, and covered by soft, thick fur, Wookiees are known as ferocious opponents, and loyal friends. The average member of this species grows over 2 meters in height and has a much longer life expectancy than a human, with the average Wookiee having a lifespan of several centuries.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I should have read that in like an NPR voice or something. So we
Yes. Where was that?
that was too happy. I had to be less excited about it and more monotone. That would have been good.
I got to give a shout out to Jay. He was saying this isn't Han. This is Jeff Bunker.
Nice.
They're absolutely worse people to be compared to. That's for sure.
Yeah. Maybe it's Indiana Jones making a cameo in this.
Yeah. All right, so we have
age gracefully.
What's that?
So Indy did not age gracefully. Han did, but Indy did not.
It could be like Infinifan as well. Maybe there's going to be a costume change, a disc pack that's going to be coming out for Luke, Han, Leia, and Chewie. Not that Chewie really needs one, but maybe there'll be costume change discs that will give you the old look as well. That's a possibility down the road, maybe.
That might be kind of cool, because that's I don't know. I mean, the costume change disc it's one of those things, you either love them or hate them. But at least this brings the characters you own into more of the canon of the playset you're playing.
Totally. Right. Like we don't know what Luke does in the movie yet. If he's a character, if he's a ghost, if he's good, if he's bad, if he just shows up and says one stupid line like Jar Jar and walks off screen. No idea. So a lot of that is still secret. So I guess a lot of the stuff pertaining to the actual movie we'll maybe find out more later, if they're actually going to be coming out with more costume stuff.
Yep. Next scene here is X-Wing space flight. So good to see space flights coming back.
Yeah.
And then this is one. Sorry. Did I interrupt or?
Nope.
This was one of my favorite scenes in the trailer, and so we have a close-up shot of the Millennium Falcon with a TIE fighter on it, 6. But the cool thing about this is, obviously, with the color markings there, this is the Force Awakens updated version of the Millennium Falcon. We don't really know what any of those updates are, but it's really cool, in my opinion, to see those changes in game as well.
Yep. Exactly.
And actually, someone in the chat was saying confirmed the Indiana Jones is the 4.0 playset, but no, it's not. I'm calling it right here, guys, in the lower left-hand corner. These are totally the Jurassic Park electric gates here. So DI4 is going to be Jurassic Park.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
You heard it here first. They're on Jakku. This is actually kind of cool because it gives us an idea of the playset environment. We see all these kind of cylindrical buildings with the ropes, lines going across. Then you have that big spaceship. What do you guys think of this scene? Just
looks cool. But I love the look of the new Millennium Falcon, like the satellite dish on top getting blown off. Now it has some other satellite dish on it. Has a new paint job. Looks good. Looks good.
Lots of red. I think red is now added to every vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, that's kind of, maybe that's the Rebel color or whatever. So everything that has a little bit of Rebel on it will be red. So I don't know. It's interesting. I just want to see the movie already. Like,
I know.
And wake me up on the 17th of December so I can just go watch it.
All right, guys, and then this next shot is pretty epic, and it's a great finale for the trailer. So another scene straight out of the movie.
Yep.
We have Kylo Ren and Finn facing off in the snowy woods. We get to see a close-up shot of the lightsaber deploying. What was that, Lloyd?
Nope, sorry, just keep going.
Yeah, so we get to see the hilt expand as well, and then Kylo Ren charging with a cool little sword spin, or saber spin, I guess in this case. Aw, yeah. Finn's like, bring it.
He looks very comfortable with that lightsaber.
He does.
And it's blue.
Interesting.
Is that Luke's old lightsaber? I wonder.
Oh, man. All right, you just gave us some after show fodder. We're going to have to bring up some pictures now.
It looks pretty close. You can't really see much of it, but it has the black on the bottom and the silver. Could be. It looks really good. I love the effect when the two lightsabers smack together. There's just like a big explosion of orange and yellow and sparks and all that fun stuff. Dude, I'm so excited. I don't know how many times I could say that. This looks so good. This is the movie I've wanted since like Jedi. Like I wanted to see what happens after all the stuff that happened in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
The prequels were the prequels, but I want to see what this is going to bring, and seeing it in both the movie trailers and the Disney Infinity trailers. Like when other time have you been able to basically go to a movie and play the game the same day? Like usually games aren't totally related to the movie. They are, but they're terrible, or they come out just before, or they come out just after. This is basically going to be you go to watch the movie and then you can go play the movie or something very similar to the movie the same day. This is just going to be, it's going to be so good. I cannot wait to experience this. I'm excited.
Well, it's super cool because it's something that we are all super passionate, right? Everyone in the world practically is a Star Wars fan, but not only that, we're huge Disney Infinity fans, and so the fact that we can relish in all of the above is pretty spectacular.
And I just realized that I'm gonna have to take the 18th off work. I haven't asked for that day off yet because I'm gonna not want to go to work. I'm gonna want to play this the whole next day and maybe go see the movie again or something. So I need to send an email to my boss right away so I can get that day off.
I may try to get my boss to take us on a field trip. He's cool. He's really cool. So
that would be awesome. That'd be great.
There's at least two of us in the office that'll be like, let's do it.
I must correct myself, guys. This is a J.J. Abrams shot. This is some definite lens flare there.
Definitely.
So that's it, guys. I mean, what a way to end it. What a way to force Lloyd to take the day off and Lem to go on a field trip and get everyone pumped for the Force Awakens playset with the pre-order available.
I love the tagline at the top, the complete Star Wars experience. So you have your prequels, you have your original trilogy, and now you have the first installment of the new trilogy. Nowhere else can you do this. Disney Infinity makes this all possible, which is really awesome. I love Disney for that. But yeah, like what else is going to be coming in Star Wars? Like, are we going to get a Rebels thing for 4.0? Like, I want to live in a complete Star Wars universe. I'm such a fan of the franchise, so this will be great.
Well, that's the best part about it, is like you said, you can. And then once you get tired of the prefab Star Wars, you can make your own.
Oh yeah,
totally. It's gonna be good.
Awesome, guys. Well, that's it. That's the trailer breakdown. We finally got Disney Infinity Force Awakens trailer, and I don't know, did it live up to expectations?
More so.
Slow clap.
Absolutely more so.
Yeah, it looks really good. It looks even better than I thought it would, and I already knew it was going to look decent. But that trailer is just movie quality. I know the game necessarily won't look like that, but seeing some of the stuff in this trailer makes me very, very excited, and also very, I don't know. I just want to play it. I want to see how closely it's gonna ape what kind of happens in the movie from a look standpoint, and also kind of storytelling. They're probably not going to want to spoil the whole movie in this playset, so maybe it's only going to be part of what happens in the movie. But yeah, I'm super excited to check it out.
Agreed. Lem, what do you think?
I think that I'm going to play before I watch, and the way that the other playsets worked didn't give too much away. If I had never seen the original trilogy, I would have gotten snippets, but I wouldn't have gotten everything.
True.
And so I won't. Especially since it's like a J.J. Abrams movie, I know that I'm going to miss something's not going to be in the playset.
Right. Yeah.
So
that's true. That's true. And I don't think that they're going to change that. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a complete retelling of it. So yeah, I'm sure you'll get insight, but won't spoil the whole thing for you.
Right. Absolutely.
Great, guys. I'm super stoked. I know you all are. And that is going to wrap it up this week. That was the Force Awakens trailer with a little bit of news. News has still been light, but we're going to keep on keeping on. And with that, actually, I have a cool kind of announcement to let everyone know about. Next week, we are going to have two very special guests on the show. We are having Chad Liddell and Troy Johnson on the show. Both people. Troy's never been on the show. Chad has been on, I think, a couple times for Extra Life Year 1, and he's always been a fan of the show, which is super awesome. And Troy, I've got to meet him this year as well at D23, and he's actually the brother of Quinn. So that's super cool. We've had Quinn on the show before, and now we get to have Troy on. Chad is the one for 3.0 who mainly worked and was responsible for oversight of the Toy Box Hub. So it's going to be really cool picking his brain about what that's evolved into. And Troy is someone who is very... He works a lot on the Toy Box, and he's in a different position than the mentor, so he does a lot of the other Toy Box work. And I specifically wanted to have a couple people on that... we spend so much time in the Toy Box, it's going to be fun to talk to them, and it's cool also going to be able to get these two perspectives. So that's going to be on next week's show. Super, super excited about that, and hope you all are as well.
It's going to be great.
Awesome sauce.
All right, guys. Once again, thank you both, as always, for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
So, Lem, for people that aren't watching the show or listening after the fact, where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on resd.tv in several places. You can find me Mordor Mondays, which is a little light, but I do some streaming there. You can find me on Instagram as DisneyInfinity.tv or Bad Gamer Official, and also Twitter as Bad Gamer Official. So it's official without the L.
Awesome. Cool. Everyone should definitely check out your work, and plus you're just a super entertaining guy in all of your areas. So.
Oh, and our Periscope. Don't forget our Periscopes.
Periscopes. Yep, Lem is Periscopes a lot. Lloyd, thank you. Where can people find you on the internets?
You can check me out. Hit me up on Twitter at Dasme, D-A-S-M-E on Twitter. I hang out over on res.tv, doing stuff on Nintendo and other fun things as well. Over at vgpodcast.com. That hasn't been integrated yet. That's still coming down the pipe. So you can see kind of what I do on both sides of the coin, I guess. But yeah, a lot of great stuff coming. Hoping to do a lot more streaming and whatnot in the near future. So definitely check that out over at res.tv.
Great. Awesome. Well, thanks again. You guys, everyone can find me at many of the places that both of you mentioned. You can also check out my Twitter at @iliam. And yeah, I think that's enough. So I want to thank everyone who joined us once again. This was cool. It was cool seeing the conversation during the trailer breakdown. If you're not watching now, though, we still want to hear your thoughts. So hit us up. Hit any one of us up on any one of our avenues, and let us know what you thought of the trailer and what you are excited most about with the playset and with the movie itself. So definitely, it's a good time to be an Infinity gamer. That is for sure. All right, guys, well, that's going to wrap it up this week. Again, thank you both so much. And, yeah, hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there in internet land. And, yeah, Lloyd?
Happy Thanksgiving to all my American friends out there. Even though I won't be partaking in the turkey, maybe I'll have a pumpkin pie something tomorrow and have a lot of that as well. And I don't know, try to eat more because I totally need that after being in Louisiana for a week and eating so much food. I need to eat more, apparently.
You can never eat too much.
True.
All right, guys. Well, great show. Thanks, everyone out there. I hope you have a great holiday for those that are partaking. And until next week, we hope your week is filled with infinite possibilities. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the Inside Infinity Podcast, episode 113. As we mentioned earlier, check us out on res.tv. You can also subscribe to us on Twitter, Facebook. I want to thank all of our patrons out there. Check us out on patreon.com/DoozyInfinityTV. Helps keep the lights on and keeps the show going. So thanks, everyone, and we'll see you next week.